Honorable nominee, please tell us briefly in 2 minutes about yourself.
Well, my name is Rashid Pelpuo. The long of it is Abdul Rashid Hassan Pelpuo. I'm from Wa, and I attended all my schooling in Wa, basic, secondary in Wa, got my O-levels in Wa, got my A-levels in Wa Secondary School, both in Wa Secondary School. I went to the University of Cape Coast and took my first degree there in education psychology. Concurrently did a diploma in economics, after which I went to the University of Ghana at a later time to do a master's degree in international affairs and then a PhD in development policy and African studies. I have worked in various places. I worked with the National Youth Council as a district coordinator, as a regional coordinator, as the director of the Leadership Training Institute, Youth Leadership Training Institute, and then subsequently was appointed the Deputy National Coordinator in charge of Finance Administration at the head office. And then I left the National Youth Council, set up my own consultancy, 2022 up to 2024. By 2025, I was in Parliament as the Member of Parliament for Wa Central. In my first term, I was a Deputy Ranking Member for Youth. In my second term, I was the Deputy Majority Leader. But just before that, I was also appointed the Minister for Youth and Sports. And in the later regime of Excellency John Dramani Mahama, I became Minister for Private Sector Development, Public-Private Partnership. And presently, I'm still the Member of Parliament for Wa Central in the 6th term, and I'm the President of the African Parliamentarians Forum on Population and Development. So, now being appointed by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, very gracious and very thankful to him, and thanks to the Almighty Allah as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We proceed with the vetting questions by honorable members. It is my pleasure to start giving the floor to the subject matter committee members under our own standing order 2172. So I will start with the minority members of the subject matter committee, and on the list I have is Adelaide Ntim.
Thank you, Chair. Congratulations. Minister Designate. As the incoming Minister for Labor, Jobs and Employment, can you share your opinion with Ghanaians regarding the concept of the 24-hour economy proposed by the current administration? Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. The 24-hour economy is a policy initiative by the present NDC administration, proposed to the people of Ghana and accepted by them because they overwhelmingly approve it by the votes. It is a commitment to ensure that we engage the Ghanaian worker effectively within 24 hours and ensure that in the 3 working space of the 24-hour period we live, we have each period of working space 8 years. We can engage people within that space of 8 years at within the period of 8 hours. And the 8-hour calculated in 3 space will give you 24 hours. But the whole commitment is about ensuring that we work tirelessly to ensure we reset this country. We commit ourselves to increasing production. We create value to ensure that in Ghana, we can work to produce what we want and be able to satisfy our total, to ensure we raise the economy to the point when Ghanaians can be satisfied. And our working class, the people working for the public service and for the private sector can earn what they deserve. So within 24 hours, there are a lot of institutions and organizations that can be occupied within this space of period or time.
Much. Any further question? Please, you have the floor.
No, thank you.
Well, I will then give the floor to
Right.
Deputy
Thank you very
Ranking.
much. Honorable Minister, I accept. I think you have clearly defined that working hours are 8 hours, and within that space, within the 24 hours, it will be efficiently deployed. What I would like to find out is that as the economy pertains at this point in time, don't we have certain sectors of our economy working within that 24-hour cycle? I can easily cite the case of even the breweries. What makes this particular 24-hour economy so special? And how can it also reset the economy as you are talking about?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The concept and policy direction of it is to give vent to businesses, to make it not just a choice by the worker, but a policy decision by the state, to ensure that in doing so, businesses can be supported. Those businesses that were not in 24 hours can now be supported to join the rest. It's no longer going to be as and when I like it, but just when I like it and backed by government policy. So it is true that several organizations are already working 24 hours, and that's giving credence to the fact that we can get others to join them. One of the challenges that other businesses are facing working 24 hours is how much they can ensure security. And we say we'll provide the security. Is how much they can ensure enough capacity. We said we will support them with the capacity, and et cetera. How much do we have enough money to pay for electricity? We said we will support you to do so. It's simply just to boost production, create more opportunity for our people to work, and to ensure that we reshape the economy in a manner that is going to be work-based and production-based. Thank you.
Chairman, if we establish it as a policy, is it going to have a compulsory adherence? Because I believe the 24-hour, the need to work for 24 hours is always backed by demand and supply. If there's no demand for a particular service or goods, how do you develop a policy to drive this particular initiative? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I agree with you. Largely will be driven by the need for it. And we believe that several organizations have the need for it, will want to have the 24-hour economy, operate within their working space, except that they don't have the ability, the capacity, the support, direction from government. So we are targeting those organizations that will be willing to go the extra length in increasing production by increasing employment, engaging our young people, and creating a situation where they can effectively be engaged. But this is largely for those who need it. And for government organizations, it will be backed by policy direction, meaning that there will be a certain compelling factor for some state public organizations to operate within that 24 hours. But for private people, It's a choice you can make. Thank you.